My father often spoke of the time he went to claim my mother. A journey of 50 miles. He walked, and it took him 3 days. His senior brother married a woman from Abakaliki, 100 miles away, a place my father had never seen. Today, a journey can start in a village street and end 1,000 miles away. Barge trains ply the length of the Niger and the Benue, where once only canoes were to be seen. In the time it might have taken to walk to market, jet planes now take us to Rome or London. My father would still recognize his village today. The forest path he trod to fetch my mother is still there. Everything is still there. Yet life has changed in a way my father could never have foreseen. For now, the village has a direct link with the busy world, a doorway to new things. A road. The jet plane and the railway are far off, but the filling station has come with all the other new things that make the village what it is today. The motor vehicle has become part of our life, making its way into every corner of the country. The road has brought the village into a new age, a mechanical age. Before, a visitor was a great event, but now the day is full of travelers. They bring news of other places, other people, and the village gives them food, a drink, a night's lodging before they leave. From towns and villages up and down the country, the day's traffic is starting. The growing traffic of a modern transport system. Let's take 3 examples. 3 different drivers on the road today. Take Willie at Port Harcourt with a load of steel girders for a factory near Kano. Take Joseph carrying his daily load of cement from Nkalago to Onitsha. Take Simon heading east with a newly assembled chassis along the Benin Road. Yesterday he left the plant of Federated Motor Industries at Apapa. For unlike aeroplanes or ships or trains which are built overseas, road vehicles are assembled here in Nigeria. The motor industry is a 20th century industry, tuned to all the varied needs of Nigeria's road transport system. Lorries and buses assembled here are designed for a whole variety of purposes, with local conditions in mind. Or a vehicle may be sold as a chassis for a customer to complete himself, and that's what Simon is driving. Today, he's 150 miles out from Lagos, halfway to the distributor in Enugu. Look at Willie. Our second story started a few years ago in Port Harcourt. At first, there was just 1 lorry. Now there's a transport company with more than 60 vehicles, one of the biggest fleets in Nigeria.
That's all in order now, Willie.
Also, with 800 miles to go.
800 miles to go. 800 miles there, 800 miles back. A long haul that will take a driver away for several days.
Right, Willie. You are ready now for your trip to Kano with T-23.
Yes, sir.
Have you got all your documents ready?
They're all ready, yes, sir.
Good.
The operations room is the nerve center of the network. Assigning loads, logging movements, keeping track of vehicles spread the length and breadth of the land.
Mr. Millie, this is a parcel for Og Hospital.
Yes, sir.
I gather vehicle T-23 is on its way to Kano. Ask the driver to stop at the hospital to hand in this parcel.
Very good, sir.
A file of serum for a hospital, or a load of steel girders for a factory at Kano. What matters is getting it where it's wanted and getting it there on time.
Okay. Adam.
800 miles to go along the road to the north. Sometimes winding through the heat of the open bush, sometimes through the shade of the rainforest, sometimes cutting straight across the open plateau. A driver and his mate. The cab is their world, and it will be a week before they get back. The third driver is Joseph. You'll find him taking his daily load of cement 100 miles and more to the river barges at Onitsha, from the cement works at Nkalago. The smaller lorries queue to take their share, 4 or 5 tons at a time, filling every inch with a load that strains the springs. But now there are special lorries for a job like this, carrying 3 or 4 times as much. And that's what Joseph is driving. The days are gone when anything with an engine and 4 wheels would do. Today, modern industry calls for specialization at every level. And modern transport has to be specialized too. But today's traffic needs something better than yesterday's roads. The old narrow tarmac strip or dusty laterite is no longer enough, so often washed away by the heavy rains or turned into impassable mud. Roads are being improved, new bridges built, dangerous corners made safe, surfaces strengthened with concrete and stone, culverts widened and reinforced. And through the bush, with bulldozers and dumpers, graders and rollers, the new trunk roads are being built. "16 tons of cement for shipment upriver from Onitsha, perhaps for distant Cameroon or Chad. 130 horsepower pulling 16 tons up Milliken Hill. No trouble." Sometimes the road climbs and dips, sometimes it twists and turns, but it runs straight by my father's village. The road carries a constant stream of urgent traffic. Other places must be wonderful indeed if people are in such a hurry to get there. But sometimes there's a break, a few minutes to relax, cool off, and talk of village things before the next load comes through. But if roads have a magic about them, that magic is people. No one can weigh the hopes and ambitions you find in a load of people. The road brings new friends and carries old friends away. They go to find a job, to get married. It's the same road to 100 different ambitions, if you get on. The arrival of a lorry can mean more than a stop for fuel. People meet, friendships are formed, gossip and experiences exchanged as goods are delivered. Roads have left their mark across the nation. Simon has crossed the Niger Bridge and the road runs for many miles through endless bush. No shade, just a chassis and an engine, and the heat beating up from the tarmac. Now the village and the rest is only 20 miles away. just a chassis and an engine on wheels. An odd sight. Soon it will be a lorry, or a bus perhaps, with a body built locally to suit local needs. Hundreds of pounds worth of new equipment, so a steady 30 miles an hour and no risk of trouble. The hospital near Abba, 150 miles from the village. 12 tons of steel pulls up at the roadside, and a vital serum is delivered for a man who might otherwise die.
This is from Dr. Romero of Port Harcourt.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Most of the small services of road transport pass unrecorded, no fuss. Perhaps that's how it should be. Willie's job now is hauling steel up from Port Harcourt to a factory near Kano, and it's a long road ahead. And Joseph? What about Joseph with his load of cement, driving steadily westward? No life-saving mission for him. No mate to talk to. Like Willie, he just watches mile after mile of road stretching ahead across the hot, dusty plains. And Simon on his open chassis. 40 miles out of Onitsha in half an hour from the village. The road runs through cooler country now, as it makes its way out of the Niger Valley and winds slowly up the hills. Simon on his chassis, Joseph with his cement, Willie and his mate with their load of steel. 3 vehicles out of thousands, making their way along the old trade routes of Nigeria or the new roads of today. Apple Market, sprawling along the roadside, its stalls overflowing with the produce of the surrounding countryside. People have walked in carrying their produce from villages miles away, and some have come by bus or the familiar passenger lorry. Still a good means of transport for a farming community. When our fathers traveled on foot, they looked forward to reaching the market. And to the traveling men of today, the market is still a place to rest and buy food. Breakfast was 100 miles ago. For Joseph, too, with his cement, there's a break. The dust on the lorry tells of the distance it has traveled. But for a man, it's different. The tiredness shows in his eyes, in his arms, in his legs. The village is where he halts, just as Simon halted there an hour ago.
I haven't seen you for a long time now. How are you and the family?
All well, thank you. Must go now. I'm running late.
Can I have that paper if you finish with it?
Certainly.
Thank you. bird skin. Tango, please.
Pity Simon had to go. He might have shared a fortune. From the peace of the village to the clamor of the town, only 10 miles down the road, Enugu. Niger Motors, one of the many branches up and down the country, and the one that Simon has been heading for. Here you can see another side of modern road transport. Completed vehicles of every kind and chassis brought in for the local bodybuilder to work on. Different needs, different tastes mean many designs and thousands of spare parts. It's an expensive business running a store with an immense variety of spares, and one only a big company can afford. Some replacements are seldom required, but they must be there in stock, because if a man needs a spare part, he needs it right away. Specialist technicians have to be available to cope with any model, any emergency. There are some things a small local garage can do and some things it can't. Some jobs need the skills and resources of a big workshop. That's what you find here. And for Simon, this is journey's end. On the busy waterfront at Onitsha, Joseph Cement leaves the road at last and is carried the few remaining steps to the barges waiting below at the river's bank. Joseph's day is finished, and even the boss seems pleased. But for Willie and his mate, the miles still roll by. Simon in Enugu has handed over his chassis. By the river in Onitsha, Joseph is looking for his evening chop. The heat is going out of the day. It will be dusk soon, and evening brings a breeze into the cab where two weary men have spent the long day. Darkness falls and the road seems only a shadow of its former self. The village lies just ahead. While Willie reports back to the operations room in Port Harcourt, there's one last job for the mate. Check the vehicle, check the load. If anything is wrong, now is the time to put it right.
Just beyond the top, at the turn of the hill. Yeah. About 30 miles from Ogo. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Yeah. One more.
Tomorrow we'll see them on the road again, miles away. But right now, there's only one question left. What's for chop? That's it then. There'll be nobody else through tonight. The strands of industry and commerce, of hopes and ambitions and friendships were briefly drawn together in the village today. The road brought them as it has brought so many new things. My father knew little more than this village. Today he would have seen a whole new world at his door.